2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Check out the fashion style of the Bucks as they...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Holiday. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. And for the Clippers, Ibaka is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Now here's Batum. Outside Jackson. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
The wide open look here for Holiday. Drains the three-pointer.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Outside Leonard. Right side Batum. No one covering. The great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Here's Giannis. Following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Down it goes. Nice one there. From Antetokounmpo.
When he's on the floor, Antetokounmpo makes good things happen inside. I mean, he's got so much size and skill. A lot for the defense to try to contend with.
Now, here is George. Off target from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. It's a three-point game. Back to Giannis. Middleton dishes to Holiday. He kicks it to Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And, you know, Lopez is very much a real threat to drop one in from that range. I mean, he's an excellent shooter for his size.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Pass to Jackson. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
I'll tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked. Confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
Now here is Holiday. Passes it to Connaughton. Kicks to Giannis. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Jackson. The pass to Ibaka. Knocked loose. Taken away by Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. Middleton looking it over. Lopez outside. Over Ibaka. That shot no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Jackson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
And so Jackson nails both of them. Bucks leading by 3. Outside Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. Six on the shot clock. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo up high to stuff the alley-oop.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Now here's Jackson. Back to George. Releases. And that one hits back iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And, you know, the versatile George does so many things well. High-octane player who I think gives you intensity at both ends of the court. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Now here is Holiday. The offensive rebound. Connaughton kicks to Holiday. Giannis passes to Connaughton. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Middleton for three. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Clippers trail by 5. Pass to Batum. Outside for George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Brook Lopez.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
From deep three-point range. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more.
Being able to go through adversity and come out.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Teague out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Nwora in at the 3. And here is Teague. There's the pass to Nwora. Here's Tucker. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
They get the rebound. Man. Dishes it to Morris. To the paint. Zubac, the pass to Kennard. Clock at 6. Buries the jump shot.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Teague against Beverly. Teague kicks to Portis. Over Beverly. Portis can't get it to go. The Clippers trail. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Mann. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And the Bucks, they're shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. DiVincenzo passes to Tucker. Outside Portis. The Bucks working the ball around. Teague finds Portis. Off on the layup.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Down low. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Teague, the pass to Portis. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Portis has got his second bucket of the game to go. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's It's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Kennard against DiVincenzo. There's Portis, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Portis has got 6 points.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half of the game. Beverly, the pass to Mann. Out to Morris. Stolen away. And now it's Teague running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break. Teague's got his first 2 points.
Hey, there's no denying it, fellas. Teague is one of the quicker guys in the league, blasting off in transition.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here's Beverly. Pass to Zubac. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Portis. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Nora. Back to Teague. 23 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. DiVincenzo against Kennard.
Still scoreless. You wonder if it's starting to get to him.
Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's...
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 8 points. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
Outside Holiday. It's stolen by Ibaka. Holiday against Jackson. Nobody near George. Connects from 3-point range. George has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Bucks trail by 4. Antetokounmpo dishes to Holiday. Back to Giannis. Holiday looking for an opening. 6 to shoot. Goes up on the wing. It's hauled in by George.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back. So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. Antetokounmpo up top. He's got 8. Middleton to stop the run. And foul on the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Clippers' ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Now Leonard. Outside, George. Leonard kicks to George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Shoots from the line.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Finished off the break. Giannis has got 10 points in the game.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
On the wing, George. Outside Leonard. This one for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Clippers on defense. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Holiday with the 3.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Bucks ball.
Bucks trail by 5. Middleton finds Lopez. Bucks passing it around. Kicks it down to Middleton. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. To the middle. Lopez with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And it's the Clippers' ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Over Lopez. Kennard's shot is off. Bucks trail by 7. 50 seconds left to play here in the third. Shot's good by Middleton.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
Beverly against Holiday. Beverly looking around. Kennard on the wing. He has 6. Clock is at 3. Here's Zubac. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Zubac has got the lead back up to 7 now for the Clippers. Giannis outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Sometimes it's a real trick bag trying to guard Antetokounmpo. I mean, his skill set in build and length and athleticism draws a ton of fouls.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. 17 seconds left in the third. Beverly with the ball. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
Both free throws good from Beverly. Outside Teague. Here's Portis. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles bringing the quarter to... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Teague. E.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Nuora in at the small forward position. A nice shot by Tucker.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing, possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
Now, here's Beverly. Passes it to Kennard. There's the triple. The shot off that time. And here is DiVincenzo. Left side, Portis. Lets it go with the 3. Mora can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Morris passes to Zubac. Back to Morris. Here's Mann. Clock at 6. And there's the feed to Morris. And it's good for 2. Morris has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
And Beverly has tremendous speed, both in how he passes and shoots it. Tough to cover in the screen and roll.
Here's Teague. And the shot goes in.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
George against DiVincenzo. Outside Holiday. Back to DiVincenzo. He kicks to Antetokounmpo.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end, too.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. George against DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 7. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. Jackson kicks to Batum. Leonard against DiVincenzo. Batum passes to George. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Holiday attacking. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Leonard with the steal.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Clippers.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Leonard.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Middleton against Batum. Middleton drives in, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Ibaka slams it in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is...
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Over the land of the...
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for... Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Griffin in at the 5 down low. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 4 slot. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Ibaka. And then jammed down as it goes right over Blake Griffin.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game. You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Griffin against Batum. Outside Irving. And there's the pass to KD. That three off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long. Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden the pass to KD. And here's Irving, guarded by Jackson. Shot from the wing. Irving, good.
Pure shooting form shown by Kyrie on that one. Lets the ball just roll off the fingertips.
Jackson with it. Pass to George. For 3. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Shot clock at 5. Leonard, that's for 2. And it's off the back rim, no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Griffin passes to KD. That one misses. Los Angeles leading by 5. To the inside. Here's Leonard. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. The kick out to Irving. They get it back.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Ibaka in the post. Guarded by KD. Ibaka dishes to Batum. Some solid defense from Harris. And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. Trailing by 5. Griffin finds Harden. Hits the three-point foul.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The 3 from George. Knocks down the 3-ball. George has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Clippers.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest 3s. Right now, it's a shootout.
Up top, Griffin. Defended by Ibaka. Harden scanning the floor. Passes to Harris. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Durant, no good. Clippers leading by 5. Jackson passes to Batum. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. Now Jackson. With 1 on the clock, and that one is good.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Brown. Jordan is out there with Luwawu, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position.
Well, the sheer size of DeAndre Jordan is such a big benefit. It makes him an effective finisher on the inside.
Now here's Beverly. In the corner, it's Morris. Kennard up top, shoots, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Kennard's got the lead up to 7 outs for Los Angeles. Here now is Dinwiddie. Pass to Luwawu. Left side, Jordan. Just 3 to shoot, and the pass to Luwawu. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Beverly. No points in the game yet for him.
I feel like Patrick Beverly has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Beverly with the ball. Kennard on the wing. Shoots over Brown. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Dinwiddie dishes to Brown. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Back to Dinwiddie. The kick out to Brown from the arc. Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
Pass to Kennard. Here's Mann. Passes it to Morris. Dishes it to Beverly. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Luwawu. And with the rebound. .156 left in the first half. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Jordan against Zubac. It's Kennard, top of the key. Misses that one. His first miss of the night, 2 for 3. Here's Luwawu. Nets with a new shot clock. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Shots good by Kennard.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Brown against Kennard. Brown outside. And the shot goes down. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, all the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And the Nets with possession here. 8-point game. Now Irving. Back to Harden. And Harden Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
27 seconds left in the second quarter. Morris inside. KD's on him. 4 on the shot clock. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Jacks up a 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
And just how easy is that for KD? It's just amazing, effortless, elevating, and keeping his balance. Another triple.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers ahead, leading by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points. And that should...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
They've got Batum. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. And it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Nets trail by 3. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Irving with a clean look. Hits the front of the rim and out. LA has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And it's George missing. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. Harden dishes to Irving. Harris outside. His first shot coming late, and he hits the jump shot. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Just 5 to shoot. Back to Leonard.
Already such a complete offensive player, yet every year Kawhi Leonard develops his handle just a little bit more.
The feed now to Griffin. Oh, the lob to Irving. Stolen by George. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Durant deciding where to go with it for the tie. And no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Irving passes to KD. He dishes it to Griffin. Knocked away. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. It's deflected. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Irving. Out to the right wing. Outside Durant. 4 on the clock. It's good. This game is all even. Durant's got 6.
Well, with range extending out well beyond the arc, Durant has 0 trouble knocking that one down.
1:46 left in the third quarter. Now here's Leonard. Over Harris, trying to get open as Ibaka. Misses off the left iron.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
That's what you come to see there. Blake Griffin sky high on that dunk. The D has to keep him from getting that deep.
1:12 left in the third quarter of the game.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
The pass to Irving. Batum against Harden. Shoots the three. Rebounded by Jackson.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And George with the stuff.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Feeds it to Griffin. Back to Harden. From downtown, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And he comes up with the deuce. Jackson's got his second basket. Brooklyn trailing.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Outside Irving. Over Jackson. And again, it's the Nets missing. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Green is out there with Jordan. Then there's Brown, and it's Dinwiddie in at point guard. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jordan. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Kennard kicks to Morris. Over Green. And he can't bank that one in. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. A putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Beverly up top. Pass to Mann. Back to Beverly. Out to Morris. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Lobs it up for Jordan. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Morris. Over Jordan. And here's Kennard. He kicks it to Beverly. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dinwiddie against Beverly. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Brown outside. 5 to shoot. Dinwiddie kicks to Green. From past the arc.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there.
Here's Kennard. The Clippers rebound. Man passes to Morris. Lays it up and banks it in.
Important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Luwawu. Now the dish to Dinwiddie. Bobbed up there for Green. He can't hit that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. George dishes to Jackson. Back to George from outside the arc. The shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it. Harden outside. Kicks it to Green. George against Griffin. Over George. And now we've got the intentional foul. It's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, he's one of the more popular players in the NBA in terms of fan support. They just love Blake Griffin's charisma. Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
The pass to Batum. Left side of Ibaka. In the corner, George with it. They grab their own miss.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Harden against George. Griffin passes to Green. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Irving. Over Jackson. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And the former Hoya Green, a ranging forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3 ball.
Passes to Jackson. Back to George. All sorts of time. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This win, such a tremendous... David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Robert Covington. Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Clippers, we've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. Now, here's Batum. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Beverly kicks to Batum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Steps back and shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Covington wide open. He fires. The three-pointer no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Batum, good.
The long, slender body of Batum helping him right there. I mean, he's used all that athleticism to knock down the bucket.
Lillard against Beverly. Floats it up there for Nurkic. With the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. Here's Beverly. Inside, here's Ibaka. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Now here's Lillard. Back to Powell. Here is Lillard. Goes back up. Nurkic. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. George against Jones. Batum wide open. He fires. And the three off target.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Lillard looking around. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and it's opened things up for him.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Now here's Leonard. Shoots over Powell, and it's Leonard missing. .153 left here in the opening quarter. Powell, the pass to Covington. Back to Powell. Portland needs to get off a shot. Clock at 2. Nurkic can't hit. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Dishes it to Powell. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Now, here is George. Feet out. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Ibaka, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. So Portland ends up going with the new group. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here's Anthony. Simons surveying the D. Lobs it up for Anthony. No good there. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And that one's good. Beverly.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
Now McCollum. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Beverly. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And so it... And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's man. Pass to Jackson. Launches it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jackson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Hollis Jefferson finds Anthony. It's McCollum with the drive. It's stolen. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. Here's man. It's blocked. Here's the break. Back to Canner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time. You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Clippers leading by 5. Here's Jackson. Passes it to Mann. Now here's Kennard. Pass to Zubac. Excellent D from Cancer.
You know, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And even though he's undersized, McCollum is just a tenacious scorer. He's a confident shooter that can catch fire quickly.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Outside Jackson. Zubac, the pass to Kennard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the inside, Morris. Now the pass to Zubac. Outside Jackson. Another shot. Back to Zubac. Stolen by Cancer. And now Portland on the break. And McCollum with the slam.
Even though he's 6'3", McCollum is still capable of dunking it on. You can't forget about his athleticism.
Jackson with it. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. George against Jones. George dishes to Ibaka. Beverly wide open. They can't stop the run with that one. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. He kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard. Outside, Jones. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. And it's Lillard missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance.
Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Damian Lillard. LA's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. There's 39 seconds left now here in the second. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Lillard. He has 6. Over Beverly. Lillard again missing.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's are over. Not even.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a narrow 3-point lead. Kenny. Thanks for joining.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Ibaka wide open. He finds. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
Lillard against Beverly. Outside, Jones. Down low. Covington kicks to Jones. Covington. And Covington stays with it. Covington's got his first points of the game.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now here's Beverly. Ibaka outside. And stolen by Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Leonard against Powell. And finished off by Leonard.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Lillard. He's got 8. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. Pass to Lillard. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
He muscles it. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So for the Trailblazers, just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. From the baseline. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 3. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
5 on the clock. McCollum up top, guarded by Jackson. McCollum no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Morris. 2 points. That one goes. Morris has got his second bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Jackson against McCollum. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now, here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Launches a three. They get it back. The shot, no good. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Outside Anthony. Kicks it out to McCollum. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Passes it to Simons. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Jackson. And it's denied. That shot is off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Clippers. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Now the feed to Cantor. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Pass to man. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Back to Kennard. To the middle. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. Cullen passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. And there's the pass to Cantor. And it's McCollum in the corner. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Now here's Jackson. The 3. Three-pointer. And Cantor pulls it down. And for Portland, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That'll be his second foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Lillard dishes to Covington. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now, here's Lillard. Kicks it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Shot, high post. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers leading by 4. Leonard with no one around. And George able to finish. George has got 4 this quarter.
And I like the anticipation of George on the glass there. A veteran sense of where the miss is going.
Lillard against Beverly. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Can't forget about Covington in these moments. He relishes any chance to knock down big shots.
1:46 left to play in the final quarter. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
And Lillard kicks the foul. Puts it up from 12. Misses off the right iron. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. George against McCollum. Outside Leonard. He kicks it to Beverly. Clock at 6. Over Lillard. And the shot is long. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Off the inbound. Nurkic trying to get open. Money!
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Lillard against Beverly. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They retain possession. Ibaka, the pass to George. 5 to shoot. Back to Ibaka. And here's Nurkic.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
Outside Batum. Ibaka. George finds Beverly. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Back to Powell. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's And the Clippers starting five. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. And there's Batum, and it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the three, the small forward. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Now here's Beverly. Hey, Steve, 2 defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. The difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. And Beverly kicks to Batum. Here's Leonard. 6 to shoot. Rebound, Milwaukee.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And again, the Clippers turn it over. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Now here is Holiday. Floats it up for Giannis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's George. Out to Ibaka. Pass to Batum. Taken away by Holiday. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. Finished off the break. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket.
Well, you see the value Drew brings on the defensive end. Anticipates well, has the long reach and very quick hands.
Now here's Beverly. Over in the corner, Batum. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. He lobs it up. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Drew Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Drew Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. But thankfully, he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Lopez outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Holiday with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. For 3, Middleton. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, the toughness of Holiday, sticking his nose in there, coming up with the second chance look.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Now here's Beverly. Outside Leonard. On the wing, Batum. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
Giannis passes to Holiday. 1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Middleton outside. Here's Lopez. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Taken away by Holiday.
I mean, with the amount of turnovers they've committed, it's no wonder they're in the position they're in right now.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Outside Holiday. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee leading by 6. Passes it to DiVincenzo. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. Middleton dishes to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 6. George with no one around. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 5 points so far.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Now here's DiVincenzo. And again, the Bucks miss. Leonard with no one around. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Bucks on. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Bucks leading by 6. Teague, the pass to Portis. Back to Teague. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Jackson against Teague. Jackson drives in. A second chance effort. An easy 2 points on the layup.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Outside Portis. He dishes it to Tucker. Stolen by Zubac. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. This is his first free throw of the game.
Had about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And here's Jackson. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Morris.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
He did a nice job of keeping him off the block, didn't let him get deep post position.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Jackson from long range. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And an intentional foul right there. On defense, the Clippers. 4-point game. Here's Nora. Offensive rebound. Portis. The tray. Nora. That's good.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Teague against Jackson. Pass to man. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Teague kicks to Connaughton. Outside Portis. Back to Connaughton. Shot clock at 5 to the inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight, he's going to scrap, he's going to give you maximum effort every night.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Both good from the line that time. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. George looking around, and the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And it's Beverly missing. Bucks leading by 7. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
It really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness. And it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
Beverly finds Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
The Bucks have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Brook Lopez hits them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Beverly against Holiday. Beverly dishes to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Leonard inside, defended by Middleton. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. A 3 ball. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Leonard from 3. Doesn't go for him. And so we wrap up the first half. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At one stretch in the opening period, and
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
So for the Clippers right now, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position.
And it's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up.
with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Platoon passes to George. Here's Leonard. And foul on. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Leonard against Holiday. Trying to get open is Lopez. Misses from short range. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Leonard. Lays it up off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Leonard.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
Middleton on the wing, shoots it. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And it's Beverly missing.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down. Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Outside Holiday. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 6, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
From deep, George. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Giannis, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And the Clippers call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Kennard up top, guarded by Tucker. Morris passes to Kennard. Knocks down the 10-footer.
Extremely fluid on the offensive end. Kennard can score in just about any situation.
T kicks to Connaughton. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Tucker with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Now Teague. Just 5 to shoot. It's up a 3.
And after getting off to such a good start offensively in that first half, haven't been quite as efficient here in the second.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
The pass to Mora. Left side, Portis. Inside. Mora, the pass to Portis. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, and an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Teague against Jackson. Tucker dishes to Teague. Pass to Connaughton. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Man, that doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
Count it, good.
Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
Over Jackson. Can't get it to fall. Tie game in Milwaukee. We're going to step aside for just a second. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. And there's Teague. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Mora, the pass to Teague.
And a struggle here to find a rhythm in the second half. The field goal percentage starting to tail off in a big way.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Pass to Kennard. There's the 3. Mora grabs the board.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Teague surveying the D.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there.
And he commits the intentional foul. Both teams will make substitutions. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The lead is 2. George passes to Leonard. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. To the left side wing. Everly for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And Holiday, here we go.
And nothing's been easy for them, especially in this half.
Good decision maker out of the pick and roll. Holiday calls his own number, rewards his team.
George against DiVincenzo. Beyond the arc. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
At the line for your Bucks.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
Holiday against Beverly. Outside, George. Ibaka looking for an opening. 6 on the shot clock. Los Angeles with another miss. Milwaukee in the lead. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Holiday. Passes to Giannis. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball. And good that time. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Giannis inside. Defended by Batum. And staying with the play, Middleton.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
LA's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And George kicks to Batum. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Batum's got 4 points in the quarter. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
DiVincenzo against George. The 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Everly with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Just 5 on the clock. Batum finds George. From outside, off the mark. The Bucks trail. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is. And it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And so both free throws good that time. And that puts him ahead.
Fantastic job stepping up and knocking those 2 down. That's got to be a huge confidence builder.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the pass to George. Takes a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Milwaukee will come the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to DiVincenzo.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, George. Fires the 3. He's off from 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
An all-star, a leader, Drew Holiday can be counted on night in and night out to make a difference. Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. They didn't. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for the Nets, Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. Now here's Jackson. Pass to George. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And that one's good, Irving.
Just tremendous range from Kyrie. If he steps across the half-court line, you better have a hand up.
Jackson against Harden. There's the pass to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Now here is Ibaka. Clock at 6. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Harden, no good. Here now the Clippers. To the paint. Down low. Here's Ibaka, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Boy, remarkable strength with Ibaka, right? Fends off whatever the defense throws his way, converts through contact. That's nice.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the three ball.
Here's George. After the basket by Brooklyn. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Ibaka can really get up on these lob attempts. Great at finishing strong when he's near the rim.
Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Irving. Durant with it. Fires from deep. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. The deep three from George. Off target from three-point range.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Harris passes to KD. Pass to Harden from deep three-point range. The Clippers grab the miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
George, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Now here's Harden. Griffin finds Harris. Over George. Griffin. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Leonard. Takes the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
I don't think there's anything Leonard can't do on the basketball court. He can score inside, the mid-range, long range. He'll hurt you from absolutely anywhere.
Now here's Durant. Poked away. Stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the ball. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Incredible wingspan. Unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Nets trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Batum, good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Brooklyn's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Irving against Jackson. Here's Harden on the wing. We've got 33 seconds left in the first. Durant with it. Leonard picks him up. Harden has a wide open look. And that time, also a missed shot. Clippers leading by 7. Jackson finds George. Shoots from 12. And that one goes long.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Harden can't hit.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And George with the stuff.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an NBA.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverley out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's man in at the 3 spot. Morris. The shot misses. Great tee that time from Green. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Dinwiddie. Off the left rim and out.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Jordan high post. Back to Dinwiddie. Six to shoot. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 9. Beverley with the ball. Now Green defending. The pass to Kennard. Here's man. Clippers moving the ball around. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Passes to Dinwiddie. Jeff Green on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Green's got 6.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Kennard on the wing. Beverley the pass to Morris. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Here now is Dinwiddie. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Jordan. Back to Dinwiddie. And with the rebound. Clippers leading by 9. Pass to Zubac. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pass to Dinwiddie. The feed to Green. The kick out to Brown. Now the pass to Luwawu. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Some changes for Brooklyn. Durant comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Now Beverly passes it to Morris. Now Kennard. Puts it up from 12. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Nets trail by 11. Here's Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. LA has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Beverly for 3. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Pass to Green. In the corner, Irving with it. Pops it up for Jordan. They swipe it. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Inside, it's stolen by Brown. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And Green slams it in.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Beverly for 3. And that concludes the first half. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 11. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. Jack, what was your take? Thanks for joining us, folks.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. One guy who's getting it done is Jeff Green.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
We've got Harden. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach Doris to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw.
Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Irving dishes to Harris. Pass to Durant. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Durant's got his first points in this one. Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. George, no good. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game. They need to avoid that.
Irving kicks to KD. Back to Irving. There's the pass to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Left side Durant. Over George. No good from Durant.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Outside Jackson. Harden against Leonard. Jackson passes to Leonard. From deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
To think this guy as a rookie wouldn't consider taking a shot. Now look at how deep that is. Wow.
Harris outside. KD on the wing. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Up top Leonard over Harris. The shot comes out, and Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Irving with a clean look. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Ibaka outside. No good on the three.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
To the middle. Here's KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
George against Irving. The 17-footer. With the tip, it's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Nets trail by 10. Harden kicks to Irving. It's Durant on the wing. Back to Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
There's Jackson with the three. And the three ball is good. Jackson's got himself on the board with three there.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Passes it to Harden. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Irving looking over the floor. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
Pass to Batum. Stolen by Durant. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone. And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, KD has become such a feared defender, and there creates off his defense an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Jackson with it. Outside, Batum. Outside for Jackson. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Patrick Beverley out there with Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. Clock at 4. And no good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Kennard against Brown. Jordan the pass to Brown. Back to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Green kicks to Dinwiddie. No good from outside. Los Angeles leading by 11. Pass to Morris. Beverly dishes to Morris. Back to Beverly. Three-pointer. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Hey, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different.
that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Outside, Green. And the pass to Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Los Angeles leading by 10. And here is Zubac. Passes it to Kennard. Here's the 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Lynette shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. There's Green with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's George, and count it from 19 feet away. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Here's Claxton, defended by Batum. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. The shot by George, no good. For the Nets, this one not looking good. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Jordan's shot is off.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Harden against George. Here is Harden. Green taking his time here. Jackson against Brown. High post shot. And the Nets miss again.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
George passes to Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
And Harden with the stuff.
And with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Jackson passes to George. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And George kicks to Leonard, trying to get open as Ibaka. And it's Leonard missing. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Now Jackson. Outside, George. Misses the deep three-point attempt. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Rip City, Portland, Oregon, the site for the Clippers. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverly. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at small forward. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open, and it's Lillard missing.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Lillard dishes to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. 4 on the clock. Misses the 3.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story and becoming more of a staple of his attack offensively. You give Beverly a look from deep, and he'll make it.
And the basket by Lillard.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there. Getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
Now here is George. Pass to Beverly. Outside for George. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. One-on-one fast break. Powell, no one around him. Buries it from three-point range.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
George against McCollum. George passes to Batum. To the inside. Ibaka right side. Leonard attacking. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the dunk by Powell.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Now here's George. Ibaka outside. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. George against McCollum. Nifty move. Kept alive. And George kicks to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by George.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Leonard against Powell. Dishes to McCollum. From outside the arc. And that one is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Beverly against Lillard. Shoots off the step back. Count that bucket. George has got 6.
Well, when Paul George has that kind of length and then has the high release point that he does, very few people are going to get to it to block a mid-range jumper like that.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Feeds to Covington. Batum grabs the miss. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Los Angeles leading by 5. And here's George. He's got 6. Outside Leonard. That one goes. Count it.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Portland again missing. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for Los Angeles. It's a hand on it, and Leonard stays with it.
It's like he's got a couple of suction cups at the end of those long arms. Those huge hands from Kawhi, helpful on the glass.
Now here's Lillard. Outside Covington. Back to Lillard. To halt the run. No good on the shot. Right side Leonard. And that one released in time, but no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Clippers on top, up by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Monday Hollis Jefferson out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then it's Ennis Cantor. And it's Simons in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Zubac the pass to Kennard. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Mann, covered by Anthony. Outside Jackson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Kennard kicks to Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 9. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Cantor finds Jones. Out to the wing. Simons, the pass to Jones. Here's Simons over Jackson. Morris with the rebound. Up top, Zubac, defended by Jones. And here's Morris for 3. It's good from long range. Morris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Zubac. And here's Kennard. And it's off from three-point range. Hollis Jefferson with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Simon. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
It's good. Morris has got 5 now. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on and on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Here's Kennard. The Blazers getting the bucket, and Jones sends it back.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Trailblazers trail by 10. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. To the paint. Here's Covington. The shape. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
George, no good.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Yeah, a tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Beverly against Lillard. The pass to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Powell with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And then Lillard slams it in.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
McCollum against George. Here's Leonard. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Lillard against Beverly. This one for 3. He can't get that one. And so it's the Los Angeles. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a solid 8-point lead. Shaq. And that should...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. Clippers leading by 8. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the center. And it's Leonard missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The shot by Powell, no good. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him. And Los Angeles guys shooting 43% from the floor. Outside Leonard. Inside, here's Batum. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Batum's got his first basket.
Love how Leonard slices passes through the defense. He guts the defense pretty quick on that pick and roll.
Stolen by George. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. For Los Angeles, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Well, there's a quiet intensity that Kawhi Leonard brings to both ends of the floor, a defensive menace, and it's amazing to watch him just how disruptive he can be when he's guarding the 1, 2, 3, or even 4-man and messing up offensive schemes.
Now here is Ibaka. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Low block shot. That's good for George on the assist from Ibaka. 8 points for Paul George.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
And a deep three from Lillard. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Powell dishes to Lillard. Down low, Covington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nicholas Batum. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverley is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And it's out of bounds to Portland. He'll retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Now Beverley. Outside Leonard. Pass to Ibaka. Covington with the steal. It's Powell on the wing. It's up a 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Batum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Leonard with no one around. But they'll get another chance. Leonard on the wing. Good on the triple. Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot.
Yep, that one goes in there.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Now here's Beverley. Outside, George. Passes to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he lays in the alley-oop. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Now here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. There's the dish to Powell. Lillard looking around. Top of the key. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now here's Jackson. Not a lot of room. To the inside. Here's Morris. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morris has got 7.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Offensive rebound, and Cantor able to finish.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Now, here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 14. Jones kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Jones. Anthony right side. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one.
Melo playing de facto point guard here as the ball handler working on the pick and roll. So it's another element that's going to be tough to stop.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers lead by 12. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Hyundai Hollis Jefferson out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Clippers leading by 12. Here's Mann. Bangs home the trifecta. Mann's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, Melo right now is in attack mode and not settling for the jump shot, slashing apart this weakened defense.
Now here's Jackson. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Pass to Mann. Now Kennard, defended by Jones. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. A 3-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 13. Portland moving the ball around. Back to Jones. And there's the pass to Simons. Now here's Hollis Jefferson.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Jackson with it. That's a 2 from Kennard. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Cantor kicks to Jones. Lobs it up for Cantor. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. At one point, they led by 16. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Covington with the bucket.
Nurkic's getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Beverly against Lillard. And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And it's Lillard missing.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Beverly. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Powell against Leonard. Shoots over Powell, and the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Clippers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight, a thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Leonard.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Now here's Batum. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Drills the three-pointer.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
Lillard comes with the double team. Stolen by McCollum. It's McCollum on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And McCollum's pace hasn't changed even under pressure.
Now here's George. No good. And so Los Angeles takes the win. A true. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.